Wednesday, 21st of June, 2017. And we still have a lot of setup to do.
Okay.
So setup here, we need to link the template voice note. To link the Sonic main team or Sonic main session doc. So for today, I would just go ahead and so just see. I'm just gonna go ahead and like copy the entire thing because it's just like there's so much that we need. We need like all of it.
Okay, I want to link it to Sonic team.
Great. So yeah, generally speaking, we keep it simple for like the buddy team, so that was good. But when we do like the full team, we usually do the whole thing. So this is all done now. Oops. Okay. Lucy, Virginia, Ulysses, and Julie. Ooh, Benji's here.
Benji's here.
Can I link this to global team too?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so we're getting close here. You know, if we were more organized, we'd have a few people get on early, get everything set up. We'd have our documents set up. We'd have the whole agenda set up and everything ahead of time. So right now we're still a little behind schedule. We're like 20 minutes behind. So let's see here. We got Benji, we got Abdul, Ulysses, Lucy. Excellent.
Hi, Jay.
Hi,
I'm
Julie.
here. My laptop is still loading, but I'm about to join the call.
No worries. I mean, you guys are together, so you can just join on one computer as well. It's perfectly fine.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so let's see. Let's do this setup checklist here. So we got our recording, the setup and document agenda. This is pretty much done. Our session rules. So does anyone want to help with facilitation? No. Notes? Nobody? Timekeeper.
Benji will do the timekeeper, Jay.
Cool. Yeah, we can always have more than one person, so Abdul and Benji can do timekeeping.
Video, I can do the video indexing.
Julie, video indexing. Anyone else for video indexing? Looks like
Lucy.
Abdul's gonna help with the session value tracking. Lucy's gonna help with video
Okay.
indexing as well. Does anyone help?
And I can also help with the value tracking.
Awesome. And Lucy. Would anyone like to help with the master document updating or the session verification spreadsheet?
I can do it.
Which one? The master document updating or the session?
Yes, master document updating.
Okay. And Abdul's going to help with the session verification spreadsheet. Also, we have
Yes.
preparations for the seasonal session. Does anyone want, like maybe one or two people to take charge on the seasonal session prep?
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone want to help set up? This is basically like just creating the docs, you know, doc preparation for the seasonal session.
Yes.
Abdul, you can do that?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So this looks pretty good. We definitely want to get people more engaged in facilitation soon, but you know we're still behind with all of our client stuff, so it's not an urgent thing. But once we start going public, that's going to be our focus. Okay, so check-ins. Let's do check-ins. Would anyone like to start?
Yes.
Abdul, you want to check in?
Yes, I am fine today, and I am 6 today.
I go next. I'm doing okay. It's been a pretty long day, but I'm looking forward to the seasonal session for the northern
Yes.
solstice. So that is exciting. It only happens like 4 times a year, so. And I am 6 as well. Lucy?
Today I'm great well. Pretty I wake up well, and I thank God for that. I feel fresh, not like yesterday. I was a bit having some headaches, and I thank God. Looking forward to join season session. 6.
All right. How about Benji?
Hi Jay, I'm good Jay, and I'm very excited to work today. And also, I'm 6 and looking forward for a new task.
And I'm gonna keep reminding you guys, like, you know, I'm not the only one here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us all here, and so just remember to, you know, not to mention all the people watching, right? But it's just like when you say my name over and over again, it just is weird. You know, it's like I'm not the only one here. Just I'll always keep reminding you guys of that. All right, Julie.
Yes, hi Jay. I'm
Wait, can I just stop you right there? So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like there's 6 people here, and if you're only saying hi to me, it's like you're ignoring everybody else, and it's very odd to do that.
I'm sorry. Okay, hello guys.
Yay, there
Hi
we go.
everyone. Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited for our new priorities today, and excited continuing to help Benji with the documents. I'm 6 today.
Well, all right, Ulysses. Ulysses, any luck getting your mic to work? Yeah, well, Ulysses might be text only. You're muted, Ulysses. You have to not mute. So you have to push the unmute button so we can hear you. You want to try that? All right, well, I guess no Ulysses today. Let's make
I
sure.
think Ulysses have a problem with him, Mike.
Okay, so Ulysses, let's just make sure we can hear you, and I mean you can hear us. So just Skype us, let us know that you can hear us and that you can see my screen, and then we will be good. Okay, so I think that's it for check-in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us here, and Ulysses is the 5th one, but he's not with the voice now, at least. All right, so our schedule for now is we're starting a half an hour late, and we want to do at least 3+ hours. Does anyone not have 3+ hours? Everybody here has,
Pardon?
does anyone have to leave in the next 3 hours or earlier or anything like that?
I'm okay. It can be 3 to 4 hours. I'm okay.
Is it, can anyone not do 3 to 4 hours?
We're okay with 3 to 4 hours, Jay.
We all have 3 to 4
Yes.
hours. Great.
Overall,
Okay. So
3 to
let's
4
look at
hours.
our schedule. So we're starting 30 minutes late, which is okay, but you know, we'll continue to get better at starting on time. Also, I want to add in here, we need to do some communication support for Ulysses. Does anyone want to sign up to basically buddy with Ulysses to help him with his communications?
Yes.
Who was that? Lucy? Yeah, so if you can just like be in touch on Skype or something like that with Ulysses, you just need to keep trying to help him with his communications because that's obviously not working out for Ulysses. What's exciting about Ulysses though is that he did, like over the last few days, I've heard him better than ever before, right? He's been involved for months and like I could actually hear him like the last couple of days and it's like really exciting. And he speaks great English and it's just like, we just want him to be more involved. So we got to keep helping with the communications. We just need to, you know, I mean, maybe it could be as simple as just getting him to unmute his microphone. So maybe he needs to log off and log back in. I don't know, just try to figure it out in the background. Okay, okay, Lucy?
Okay.
All right, so our schedule is so it's 8:05 now, 8:05 a.m. and this is all Australia time. And then at 10 a.m. will be the start of the seasonal session. So I would say we give ourselves 40 minutes until 9:10. And then this would be, we start wrap up.
Yes.
For the Sonic session. And then we want to basically by 9, well, maybe we could do a little later, like maybe 9:15. And by 9:45, we need to start final prep for the seasonal session. Okay? That sound good?
Yes.
And then the seasonal session will start at 10. And we might try to break up into buddy teams in between. So we'll see here, question, buddy teams. And hopefully the seasonal session doesn't last much longer than like an hour. Because it's a lot. Any questions about the schedule? Does it sound good for the schedule?
No question for me.
All right, okay.
I think this is doing well.
Okay, all right, desired outcomes. Did you get any luck checking in with Ulysses, Lucy?
Yeah, Ulysses is not answering my message. I tried to get in touch.
There you go.
I can see his
He just posted something. He says sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
He says sorry.
Okay. All right, well, let's go into our desired outcomes. We definitely need to get organized as a team. I'm at CR a while. CR. A go. I'm at, I don't know. Okay. Okay, so we want to get more organized as a team. I think we want to do like, team setup and buddy team support to make sure we are all on the same page to getting more independent. We might, I would be ideally, we would be able to break up into buddy teams, to actually get some more work done. That would be ideal. Are there any other desired outcomes? And we can talk about some of the topics here. Yeah, Abdul?
It's right.
What?
I think this is okay.
All right. The other one that I heard from Benji is that his desired outcome would be to, get more tasks and / or work or something like that. I think I heard something like that.
Yeah.
So that's a desired outcome. That could be a good one. So let me just explain the difference between a topic and a desired outcome real quick for us. So basically, a desired outcome is what we want to get out of talking about something, whereas the topic is the actual focus of the discussion. Right? So what I have here for topics is update. We want to do some updates. And then We obviously want to prep for the seasonal session at some point. It's very important. I would love to talk about the budget. It's not like the top priority, and this is definitely going to come up in the seasonal session. So the question is,
Yes.
so this would be the global budget, but the question is, do we want to talk about the Sonic budget? I think it's only $500. That's not a lot of money, but then we might have an additional, plus an additional 500 for the Austrasia. Austin. So we could talk about this global budget, list of daily, weekly notes. So this is some good stuff I think would help with some tasks. Do you guys want to talk about the budget? Is that a priority or?
I don't think.
I definitely want to talk about double teams and buddy teams, client tasks, decisions, docs. All right, let's make sure let's hopefully we get to all of these. Okay. Oh, and the best would be if we could talk about team equity would be huge, right? That would be a really good one to do. We can get to that. Okay, so these are some of the topics that I have. You know, the weekly sessions are a time to, you know, connect us all together, do updates, you know, answer questions, deal with problems, make decisions. So that's what we're here to do. And this is your opportunity to basically say what you want to talk about, and we can talk about pretty much anything. So any last things for the topics or the desired outcomes of what we want to accomplish here? Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so are there any objections to the topics?
No, Jay.
All right, I think let's go on. So, and then we can also note here, we do have our master topic list if we need more things to talk about. It is always ongoing. All right. Oh, and like also, I think if we do, it would be good to cover master document updating. Make sure we get this good. Okay, so let's do updates. And this would be the first thing that we would do for the video indexing. So client updates, and then maybe we'll do some buddy team updates. Oh, hold on one second. I'll be right back. If someone wants to do a buddy team update, you're welcome to start it. I'll be right back. No updates. Huh? Do you guys do any buddy team updates? No. Okay. So anyways, If I gotta go, you guys gotta be able to jump in. Over time, you'll get better at it. But basically, you know, there's lots of buddy team updates. Like you could do like Benji and Julie. You know how everything's going and setting Benji up. You have like Lucy and Abdul. You guys have had a bunch of buddy team sessions. You guys could do Ulysses and Abdul. So anyways, there's plenty of buddy team updates to do. All right.
Okay.
So I'll do a quick client update though. So Exa is our client. For our client updates, a couple things like the Ether broke down today. This is one of the cyber currencies. And so it like stopped us from doing any payroll, right? We couldn't do payroll. It was disastrous. So hopefully tomorrow we can get that fixed. The other one was that we need to set up a international company for Bitcoin and Ether transactions with fiat currencies. It's really important, so that's going to become more important. The another update I could use, the FQN update. I do update on our taxes and gov compliance. Anything else from the clients? Client updates. Well, the budget meeting went really well. So we had an Exa budget meeting with Tere. That went good. So that was cool. And we should be expecting $4,000 from the pro ops budget, and plus an additional, I think it's $3,000 for Jay's legal architecture. So that could equal a total of $7,000 for the month of July. So this is a substantial increase of as much as like, you know, $1,000, almost $2,000 increase. So last month we got 5,000. So this month we get 7,000. Obviously this money is paid for me. Like this $3,000 is for me and the work that I'm doing. I obviously don't get all of it right now. I'm only getting paid like $1,400. But I do want to increase my budget a little bit. Anyways, our tax and government compliance, we had the $77 bill, and I got this terrible email letter in the mail, and it was just really concerning because they basically said that they would shut us down if we didn't pay all this money and had the other stuff. Plus, we owe an additional $800 plus for our past taxes, and this is all for Innovate United LLC. But this is one of like 8 organizations, like 8 companies that we do taxes for. So this is like, we need to prioritize the local headquarters recruitment because there's just a lot of paperwork and other back, you know, tasks and responsibilities that must be done in person. So this is like pretty expensive work, you know, to get someone to work locally, but it shouldn't be too bad. You know, but some people want as much as $3,000, so it's going to be at least $500 to like $3,000 for local work. So I mean, there's no way we can pay $3,000, but some people want $3,000 to work for us. You know, it's like ridiculous. So hopefully we can get someone lower, more like the $500, $1,000 range. But this is just, we just have to spend this money locally, even though we don't have a lot of money to spend. Any questions on the client updates or the FQN updates? And the FQN Community Network is our organization. All right, no questions? So how about some buddy team updates? Benji and Julie. You have any buddy team updates?
So what are we updating on buddy team?
You're updating like how your buddy team is going, if you have like problems or issues going on, or just like what you got done over the week.
No, we don't have a problem with our team.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Hi, guys. Hi, Jay. Well, so far I introduced Benji to basic documents that we need, like the the daily work report, how he can get through Hangout, what needs to be done every day for the basic, like for example, basic documents to fill out.
Lucy, Abdul, why don't we just add Ulysses as well, since he probably can't talk. So Lucy, Abdul, Ulysses, you want to do a quick buddy team update for you guys?
For now, I think we are doing pretty well with Abdul. Even yesterday we had a session and it was well. Maybe the only thing we need to get Ulysses working so that we can help on him also. He's at least missing a lot. He cannot work well with them. Anything, Abdul?
Abdul? Abdul, you're muted. There you go.
Hi, Zed.
Abdul?
Yes.
Anything you want to update
Anything
and add?
I think it's okay.
Okay. All right, cool. And
Yes.
yeah, overall, some of the goals for the buddy teams is to get to the levels, right? So right now, all the buddy teams are still at level 3, and we want to keep increasing them and go through all of the tasks for the buddy team. So this is one of our top priority tasks, is always to get your buddy team organized. And just to make sure we are all on the same page on that, I think it's here. So this is the individual and team levels doc here. And this is the one where you have your individual levels, but it also has the buddy team levels. So for example, here we have, I guess we need to add, so we would add Benji and Julie and Abdul and Lucy, Abdul, Lucy, and Ulysses. So we have Abdul and Lucy in here. So anyways, these are all the things that need to get verified for each buddy team to make sure you have your buddy team doc, your schedule, your projects, your responsibilities, and that your communications and tech is going well, right? So it doesn't take too long if you have it all organized, but we just need to make sure everybody's clear on what they are and are not able to do. Cool. So that's the buddy team updates. The other things that we technically could do updates on, but we don't really need to, is that we had the Mercury session. I think everybody from here was on the Mercury session, so we're good on that. Everyone here. And then there's all the Octant sessions. And the Atlantic session went well this morning. We had both Lucy and Abdul were on the Atlantic session this morning, which was pretty cool, or last night. Cool. And yesterday was the first Pacific session, main session. And that has Andreen. And so Andreen's another new person that's getting involved in the Pacific team. All right, any other updates?
I think no other update.
All right, let's move on. And how's our video indexing going? Not happening. So updates. Our next topic is the master document updating. So let's make sure this gets video indexed. I think I forgot to mention what time we started. Let's get that. So we're at minute 37.
Good. Let me do that. I was thinking Julie was doing, but let me do because we are helping each other.
Okay, cool. So I believe that today Lucy is doing the master document updating.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that everybody knows how to do it as well. But Lucy, yesterday there were a couple problems. So this is where we want to put it. So master document updating would be one of the positions. And this whole document needs a lot of work. So over time we'll go over each position. We should almost do that like every single time. We should go over a position like once we get over our client craziness. We're still like way behind on our client tasks that we need to get caught up on. Okay, so the first thing for master document updating is to understand what you're updating. So there's like 4 or 5 things. The most important are the projects, the responsibilities, and the tasks. Okay, so we'd have like, what are you updating? So we're updating projects, responsibilities, and tasks, and we try to like, label them. So projects have like that little like paragraph thing. Responsibilities, we use the little double S thing, and tasks are the little box like that. So that's the code to the, and anytime you see that, you should know that, okay, I need to be indexing the stuff and updating it, making sure that it's all getting organized. So the tasks I usually try to make yellow so that we can see them really quickly. And then responsibilities, I don't know. They all should have some color. Maybe we could use that color. And then projects, I believe, are blue.
Yeah.
I don't really like this color, but I don't want them to be green. Green makes it seem like they're already done. So I'd either say this color or that color. I don't like that color either. So anyways, we'll figure it out. So yeah, that's whenever you see those, you do that. So task could be what would be an example of a task? So task could be like create a doc for the seasonal session, and this would be Abdul, right? That's the task. So then what responsibility would that be? That would be the responsibility of session support, right? And then what would the project be? The project would be, I guess session support is a project. So maybe we could do session preparation. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I would copy these and I'll bring it up here to our project responsibilities and tasks. And then this would be a project. This would be a responsibility, and that would be a task. Okay?
Yes.
And then, so you get these all listed here. So it's very easy to find all the projects, all the responsibilities, and all the tasks for the session during the meeting, right? And then after the meeting, at the end of the meeting, you would just, like, let's say there's a whole bunch of tasks and responsibilities and stuff. You would just take the list of all of the tasks, go to the master task list, right? And then you would just kind of come in here. Here's the date, right? These are sort of like some of the, usually at the top, we kind of have some of the top priority tasks that we need to deal with, right? And then here you put the date. So today would be Tuesday, June 20th. And then you would just paste 21st. Sorry, it's Wednesday. I always forget that. And then you just copy and paste all the tasks for the session, and then you'd be done.
Yeah.
So let's put that in writing. So the goal of master document updating is to track and document all of the tasks, responsibilities, and projects within the session, and who is responsible for doing them. Or maybe not responsible, but who's signed up to do them. And then you would at the end of the session, you copy. So during the session, as we log tasks and responsibilities, copy and paste them to the heading sections under projects, responsibilities, and tasks. And people could definitely be helping me with the notes here and doing spell check and stuff like that. And at the end of the session, you copy and paste all of the projects, responsibilities, and tasks into the master lists. So are there any questions on that?
For me, I have no questions because I understood doing that.
Okay, well, we weren't doing it before. So, for example, if I go to the notes from...
Excuse me, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question to Lucy. Lucy, have you done the master video indexing or the master document updating? Because there's no link.
Link for?
For the video indexing.
Yeah. Not yet.
Okay.
I'm now. I thought you did, so I'm now doing.
Would you want me to help you with that?
It's okay.
Okay, so I'll do it for you. Okay.
Okay. Continue.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thanks,
just,
Jay.
yeah, cool. So just as an example here, for the Mercury session, we have all the priority tasks here. I copied and pasted, and then the responsibilities in the projects, just weren't done. But if you go through here through the notes, you can see how we have a lot of tasks. We've got responsibilities. These are all projects, responsibilities, tasks, projects. Right, here's a whole laundry list of responsibilities and projects. Right, and so if we go here, you can see that they're just not there. If we go to the global team, let's do the master responsibilities list.
Yeah, I update there.
Yeah, there's just not. This is all old. You know, there's just nothing here that's recent. So it's just not getting done, right? So you would need to put the date and then all the new responsibilities, but it's like you don't even have the responsibilities logged here in the notes. It's like, how are you going to get them into the master document update, right? Does that make sense? So I mean, it wasn't even close to getting done for the Mercury session, so that's why I'm going over it again. So you can say that you did it for the Mercury session, but you just didn't. It just didn't get done. It didn't happen.
Okay.
And but Lucy's was supposed to help as well. So anyways, we'll get better and better and better at it. I think the other thing that the master document updating should help with is to also would be to copy and paste the video, or it's mainly to make sure that the the list of the video indexing for the session is copied and pasted into the master video training index. Okay? So this is also something that the master document updater can do, is to make sure that the master video index training gets updated, but also the person who signs up to do the video indexing also is responsible for that, but we just want to make sure it gets done because it's really important. And then lastly, there is updating the daily tasks and responsibilities documentation and verification spreadsheet. So this can happen after the fact as well, but it's really easy to do this if you already have it already, So I believe we might have updated this already. Let's see. I don't think it is. I guess it should be here. So if I open up the Sonic team, so it sounds like there's some background noise somewhere there.
Yeah.
So list of task responsibility, documentation, verification, evaluation spreadsheet. So if someone could mute, that would be really good. I think it's you, Abdul. Abdul, can you please mute? Abdul, could you please mute your mic? Abdul?
Wow, so noisy.
Abdul, can you mute your microphone, please? There we go. Awesome. All right, so this is list of task responsibility. Task responsibility project documenting verification. Okay, so anyways, I tried to make it a little smaller because it's just really long and big. If we go to our notes for today, so the idea would be we could technically add it here. It's just like, do you have the link? But this is the list of all of the documents. So, we're obviously behind on this, so we would need to create one for today. So this would be Wednesday, June 21st, 2017. But you basically would take this list, the old one, right? You can make a copy. So we would go make a copy. Close the old one. So this would be the task/responsibility documentation verification for Wednesday, June 21st, 2017. I would just go ahead and delete all the stuff from the previous day because that's all not applicable. The only thing that actually goes on here is you would have the daily task / responsibility verification spreadsheet. Right, so this is a separate task. And then that usually would start at 0%. Right? And then you would have it be red because it's not done yet. But this is the only thing that goes on it every day. And the responsibilities, there would be no responsibilities. So you would start blank. I would go ahead and link this. And pop it right here. So this is a separate entire other responsibility, right? The whole task and responsibility documenting and verification is a whole nother thing. Again, this has nothing to do with setting up your buddy team or setting up your session. This all comes afterwards as part of the documentation and the after verification that the tasks got done. So again, what I'm covering here is we're covering master document updating, which happens at the end of the session, right? So let's say I open up the Mercury session, notes again. This isn't the correct day, this is the wrong day. But just as an example, I would open up the documents for the previous day's notes. I would come over here to the tasks. I would copy all of the tasks and I would just go to the tasks and I would paste them into the task list. So it's that simple. Did they get done? We don't know. If you don't know, it starts as 0%.
Okay.
That's it. And then it's just a matter of going through this later at another time to actually see whether or not the tasks got done and verify them. But all the purpose of the task responsibility documentation is simply to document the tasks every single day. And then we go, then at another time we go through the tasks, actually verify that they got done or not. The tasks that don't get done are then brought to the twice per week lists. And then ones that don't get done from that are brought to the weekly list, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the point here is that, you would only need to bring the tasks of the tasks that don't get done. So this I can delete because it wasn't the day that we were doing. So as an example for our session, let's use this task, for example. Abdul, have you created the doc for the seasonal session? And he says yes, because I can see right here that he did. Right? Oh, but this is not the right thing. Okay, so this is the seasonal session. So we need the notes. This is the notes for the seasonal session. Sorry. So this task still hasn't been done. So if it was done, I wouldn't have copied it. But since it's not done, I would copy it, put it here. Got started. So maybe I could say 50% done.
Yes.
So it started. Okay, does that make sense? But if the task is done, it doesn't need, you don't need to copy from the notes to the document, the task documentation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. So do you want to say it again just to make sure we're all clear? You want to say that last part again since you understand it?
You can repeat. I can see people are quiet or they're not there.
Everyone's here. So I'll say it again and then you can try to rephrase it, or anybody, doesn't have to just be you, but so what if the task is completed, you don't need to put it on the task responsibility documentation spreadsheet. The task is not completed, you do need to put it on the task responsibility verification spreadsheet. So the question would be, if the task is completed, do you put it on the task responsibility verification spreadsheet?
Okay.
Well, it'll be a yes or no answer. So do you want to explain it yourself? Do you understand it?
Yeah, I think I understood. You said if the task is not yet complete, you put it on a spreadsheet. When you complete this task, there is no need for you to put on a spreadsheet of verification.
Exactly. So, and this relates to your buddy teams and everything as well. Basically, at the beginning of your buddy team or any team meeting, you always have, or the session, you have your doc where you take your notes and you write down your tasks and what you did. And then only the task responsibilities that don't get completed, you later copy them into the task documentation verification for later, because they didn't get completed. We want to track them, okay?
Okay, and if I may ask, do we create this if we don't have a task that is not complete by that day? Or we just create that when we have a task that we did not complete that day?
What? I don't understand. Say again.
I'm saying, do we support to create, if we are working on a daily session, somebody working my buddy team, maybe with someone, is it a must we have to have a task responsibility in a spreadsheet if we already done with whatever we are doing? Because nothing is remain, we clear everything, 50 or 60% is done. Is it supposed to be on a spreadsheet of document responsibilities, supposed to be there still?
Well, if it's not completed, then it should go on the documentation spreadsheet. If it is completed, then it doesn't.
If it is completed?
If it's completed, then it doesn't need to go on the documentation spreadsheet.
So that mean by that day there will be no spreadsheet that created, because I don't have any document that remaining. Is that what you mean? There's only
one daily task responsibilities documentation and verification spreadsheet for the entire global network for every day. So every day there could be like 5 or 10 buddy sessions, right? So it doesn't matter if you yourself didn't have, like, you complete all your tasks, you don't need to put anything on the verification spreadsheet, but the probability that everybody completes all their tasks every day is very unlikely.
Okay,
because there's so many people and so many tasks. Cool. All right, so I think we're done on this topic. Are there any other questions about the master document updating?
I have no question, because I think you show what I supposed to do on updating the document. I think when talking of master document updating is like updating master topic list and master task list, according to my understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question there.
Cool. So a couple other things to add here just to get it out of the way. Just to make sure we're clear, this responsibility of the daily task slash responsibility documentation, this is its own separate, this is a totally separate responsibility from master document updating, which is its own responsibility. Master document updating is actually not a responsibility, it's more of like a position, right? So this would be a position, this is a real-time session position. Or main sessions and global sessions, things like that. So the daily task responsibility documentation happens separate, but it's related, right? And then the only other thing that this also relates to is what's called the session verification
Hi,
spreadsheet.
Jay. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's wrap up time already.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know. So let's keep. Let me just finish this, and then we'll see where we can get to, and we'll check in on our schedule. So the session task responsibility verification. You know, you would add in. This would be for the weekly Sonic team, and these documentation tasks, right, are related to master document updating. So you want to add the video index to the master video index doc. You want to add the session notes to the index logging. You want to add the session credit value tracking. This is part of value tracking. So the session notes, the index logging, that would be probably the note taker should be doing that, but I think that, you know, you could also help with that as well as the master document updater. Update decisions and decisions doc, so that would also be a master document updating. Add task and responsibilities to daily task responsibilities verification list. So why doesn't it have the, it's odd. Let's add that. So add or update master task responsibility and task responsibility and topic. Awesome. All right. So that one was missing, which is odd. So then you could come here and you could mark this yes so that it gets registered, and then we can mark it yes on our documentations. Did we complete all documentations tasks? Okay. So,
Can you able to send me that link of that document? I don't know where to get.
It's right here. It's right here.
Is it there?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, thank you.
And Abdul is responsible for that. He signed up for the session verification spreadsheet. But the master document updater has a lot of tasks within that. You know, it's a minority. I mean, obviously there's a lot more. You can see that it's just you know, it's like 3 or 4 tasks. So there's like you know, 2 or 3 tasks that are related to the master document updater. But there's another like, you know, 10 responsibilities plus all these other tasks for session support. You know, so there's obviously a lot more, but we're really bad, right? You can see how bad we are. It's always like no, no, no. And also within documentations are some of our worst. We have a lot of red in that category, right? That we don't do very well on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the goal eventually is that it's all green. We want it green all the way across, all the time, every time, for every session. And Benji, I know it sounds like, okay, well, what are we doing? What are we talking about? This is what we do.
Yeah.
We put on sessions. We do public sessions, and we do the most organized meetings and the most organized documentations and decision making and everything. So it's this is literally some of what we do. Okay, sweet. So I think we're done with that. But I was gonna quickly add here. And other than that, we really don't do much. Like Steve had this great statement the other day. He was like, you know, there's a lot of like paperwork. You know, it's like maybe we should kind of, I'm like, all we do is paperwork. There's literally nothing that we do that's not paperwork. It's like everything is paperwork. So if you're working with us, you're basically doing paperwork and more paperwork, and it's all about organizing the paperwork and making it easy to get through it all. Cool. So, and as an organization, we really are all about helping other organizations. We don't really do anything ourselves, but anybody can start their own project. It just becomes a subset of the actual umbrella network. And I have lots and lots of projects, but we very rarely ever focus on them because we're just focused on our client right now. But we'll get there. So the only other thing I wanted to add here was the master decisions doc updating, and also the notes. You know, the make sure the notes get logged.
Yeah.
Session notes logged. Okay. All right. So that's the master document updating is quite a substantial position. You know, there's a lot that goes into this. So I'm going to go back into our meeting roles, responsibilities, the master document updater, and there it is. And this is example. And then we could also, and this is another thing that we're trying to do with our responsibilities organizing.
Okay.
With our responsibilities organizing, every time we have a responsibility, in this case, this is a position, and this is a position description for what this position is supposed to do. And it's a real-time position. Positions are actually not responsibilities. They're more than a responsibility. Typically, can be many responsibilities within a position, but they're also not a project. So we'll go through that more. But you would go up here, and when we're doing the responsibilities organizing, you want to get better at. Oh no. Okay, so whoever's doing this is not doing it correctly. We now changed the master training video index to always use the short. You have to use the short one, or the link doesn't work. So you're doing everything right, except you have to use the short one, like this little itty bitty one. Does that make sense?
Okay.
37.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so just use the short one, you're good to go. So for this one, where you're doing the document, when you're doing the video indexing, you can start getting into the habit of actually directly linking it. And then this is now the video training for the master document updating. And I can actually put it here. So real-time session position, and this is the video training, training video. Training video. All right, so that's now done. And now anyone who needs to learn about master document updating can watch this video and they're good to go. Okay, so let's stop, check in on time, see where we're at, rehash everything. So typically we would keep going and get through this whole laundry list of topics. So we got through like one, done. And now we want to go into our prep for our seasonal session. I don't know if we're going to get to all of this other stuff, but maybe we can go through that in some of our seasonal session as well.
Hi, Jay. I have a question.
Okay, cool.
I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, are we going to include the payroll, the top priority for today?
Where you would want to bring that up, it would be within priority topics, right? So,
Yeah.
So we can add it here to payroll, like whether or not we can get to that, but it's just important to bring it up at the beginning of the meeting as opposed to the end, right? So that we can prioritize it. But either way, we can talk about it as part of wrap-up. It doesn't really fit into wrap-up. Wrap-up is typically next steps, responsibilities, tasks, evaluations, our verification by meeting value tracking, the schedule, and we check out and everything. So today we don't really need to check out because we're all going into the seasonal session, but what we need to do with payroll is we need to prioritize it within the buddy team sessions and actually do it together, right?
Yes, Jay.
And it needs to happen on Fridays, so and Saturdays. So let's pull up. I think this also needs to go into our important documents. So if we pull up our Supersonic Team doc. So this would be actually the best place that this would technically fill within the wrap-up would be under the schedule. So if I come in here and I'm going looking for our new buddy team list, important documents, new buddy team weekly schedule. So this should be it. I would say this needs to be a important document in our template. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that right there. Let's make sure it works. Good, all right, so this is good. So again, on the bottom, you have Sunday, Monday, Monday, Tuesday. Monday would be like the Americas, whereas Tuesday for it's in Asia, right? So today is Tuesday for me, Wednesday for you guys. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So today is Tuesday, Wednesday. If I come over to the Oceania session, we have our main weekly session, right?
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday is payroll. Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday. So in our schedule, so if we're working on our schedule here, the best way to make sure that payroll happens is to make sure we schedule it to happen every week. So if we go to our wrap up and we talk about our schedules, so make sure payroll is scheduled. So I'm not responsible for payroll. It's way more than I could ever do by myself. We do payroll for like 50 people, right? It's like there's no possible way I could do it by myself. So we need to work together to do payroll for everybody. So during the America session, sometimes there's a little payroll around here somewhere, but I don't see anything related to payroll. Here's a little payroll in there, EXA treasurer payroll recruitment, but it seems to be more related to EXA. That's Jay Nelly, Pacific session. Yearly team value tracking, team development, communications, documentations. All right, so this is not allowed. You guys can't meet during the Australia session until there's a main weekly Australia session that schedules it. So I think I've mentioned that many, many times already that no one's allowed to work during the Australia session until we schedule and organize the first Australia team. Does everyone understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. And that should be really easy. I mean, we could schedule it right now. If you guys want to work during that time, let's just schedule it. It happens once a week. Not very hard to do. So if you guys want to do that, we can do that now. Okay, so Saturday, Sunday, let's look at this. Investor relations, worker coordination, follow up with community Saturdays, value tracking, global documents, exit finances. So right here, Jay and Lucy have a blank spot. All right, so maybe this could be FQN payroll.
Good.
Right, but that's just
that.
Yeah, but that's 1 hour on Saturday, right? So I think that by itself wouldn't be enough. You know, I mean, maybe we could do some payroll here as well. I don't know, but really it should probably be 2 days. You know, I would say one of these sessions, either Jay and Julie or Jay and Lucy and Steve. Well, actually, it should be this one. So value tracking and team equity, right? Plus FQN payroll. So now we have it 2 days. So me and Julie can look at it on, and we also need to add in other people. I don't know if Benji, We might need to open this up more. But the point is that we need to have payroll 2 days. So now we have it scheduled for Friday and Saturday for payroll. And I think that'll help a lot to get it set up so that it's happening. Because it's not about just doing payroll today. It's about having it done every single week, week after week. And it's always done on the Friday and Saturday. So Saturday is the last day of the week. So Sunday is actually, would make almost more sense to do payroll on Sunday. And so we have that right here on Sunday, right there.
I think also Friday we have you and Steve.
I don't think me and Steve do payroll. Steve, no, I track.
Not payroll, communication.
Yeah, but this is a. There's no way we could do payroll here because communication and assessment support is too big to get payroll in. It's just there's no way we could do it.
Okay.
Impossible. That there's also a possibility to do some on Sunday because if Friday is the last day of the week, and Friday is the second to last day of the week. Saturday is the last day of the week. So technically payroll should actually be finished on Saturday and go on Sunday. So if we start planning and preparation of payroll on Friday, finalize everything, get it ready to go out Saturday, then Sunday actually send it out. It might make sense for us to do a little payroll here as well. So FUN payroll. So obviously if we spread it out between 3 days, we should be able to do a lot more than just payroll during this hour. But if we did like a little bit just to make sure that it happens every time, it'll be good. Yeah, and it depends on the payroll. Like for the monthly payroll, it takes a lot longer than the weekly payroll, and the bi-weekly payroll is going to be a little longer because we have different people who want to get paid at different intervals. All right?
Yeah.
Cool. So as far as doing payroll right now, do you need to deal with payroll? Like, do you want to do it right now with the whole group? For just you?
I don't know if they're willing to do it now.
Yes, you can.
I mean, do you need
I
it?
don't know if Ulysses and Abdul is available now. Jay.
Ulysses have a problem. I don't know whether it's available on text only, but
I don't know what you guys are talking about. We're talking about payroll, and that we're in the middle of a session with all 5 of us, right? There's like 4 or 5 of us. So it's like we would have to just stop everything and do payroll right now if it's that important. If it's that important to you, I think we're all willing to do that. Or we could just do it like, during a buddy team session some other time. So Julie, I think you're the only one who needs payroll right now, right? Or
Yeah, Ulysses chatted me, Jay. He said yes.
yes.
I don't to Abdul.
What about Abdul?
Yeah, I also need to do payroll.
So if you guys all want to do payroll right now, we can do it. That's perfectly fine.
Yes, Jay.
All right. So we should have brought that up.
Ulysses is around, but he's on text only.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Ulysses said that.
yeah. So generally speaking, we should have prioritized that earlier, but that's perfectly fine. So let's just bring it up as a part of our tasks here. Let's make sure we're going to be ready for the next session as well, and then we'll do the payroll and get up ready for the next session all together. And we could also split up so the seasonal session prep. So we need to set up doc for notes, right? Notes. We need the agenda. So we can basically use our agenda from now. Can use the agenda now, which is good. Anything else we can think of for the seasonal session? Maybe we need to do announcements. So announcements, so it'll be like seasonal Session starts in like 20 minutes. And we want to announce to the Andromeda team and to the Sonic team. I guess we're all here, but maybe James, Zulu, Adnan, et cetera, right? Everybody. Okay.
Okay.
So let's do some buddy teams. So Jay and question mark is gonna work on payroll, and then the other buddy team, Ulysses and is gonna work on seasonal session prep. On seasonal session prep. So who wants to work on payroll with me?
Me.
Lucy. And anyone else? And who wants to work on the seasonal prep? I think Abdul was already doing this. So we need one person to go with me and Lucy and you and Benji, and then the other to go with Ulysses and Abdul. So Benji and
Julie. Maybe we are going with Julie because he was also willing for payroll.
Yes, I can do that, Lucy.
Okay, so me and Lucy and Julie are gonna do payroll. And then Ulysses, Abdul, and Benji are gonna work on the seasonal prep and outreach. Okay? So let's go to the secondary hangout. And then this can stay in the main hangout. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. All right. We'll be back in a bit, in about 20 minutes.
Yes.
All right. Ciao. Julie, is that you? Benji, Julie, Lucy, hello?
Hello, Jay.
Hey.
Jay, we are supposed to be on main hangout, right?
What do you mean by we? You and Benji?
No. Secondary hangout is Benji, Ulysses, and Abdul, right?
No, that's the main hangout.
Oh, they are the main hangout. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, did you look at the notes? The notes right here say buddy teams, Jay, Lucy, and Julie for payroll secondary hangout.
Oh, okay. I mislooked it. Sorry. Okay. I'll get back to you, Jay, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Hello?
Yes, hi Jay, I'm here already.
Cool. See if I can share my screen. No, cannot share my screen. You might be able to see my screen from the direct live feed on YouTube.
Yeah, I can see your screen, Jerry.
You can see my screen?
Not yet, Jay.
Error? Well, maybe we should try the tertiary hangout.
We will try, Jay. Tertiary hangout.
I guess.
Okay. Let me check live hangout. So am I going to drop the call now and go to tertiary hangout?
I guess you could. I'm in both of them, so.
How to do the setup notes?
I think we should just get started, Julie, and just do our best, you know, because like we only have like 10 minutes before the next session. Like we're supposed to
Yes.
not be working on payroll right now. We're supposed to be working on getting the next session set up. So
Yeah. But I cannot see your screen, Jay. Can we move to third hangout?
I guess we can try it. I don't know if it'll share my screen, but I'm there already if you want to go over there.
Okay, I will try.
Excuse me, Abdul. Excuse me, Abdul. Ay, okay raw ingon siya nga. Secondary or tertiary man daw. Okay ra. Ingon man si Jay nga. Secondary or tertiary man daw.
Insa.
Abdul, ingon si Jay.
Dili mo kay mapatay ni ng outfit. Dili mo sa tertiary o secondary.
I don't hear you clearly.
Secondary, may kamo ang name. So change
Jay, hello Abdul. Jay.
Yes.
Jay said that we need to transfer in secondary hangout because they will transfer in main hangout.
Okay, now we go to say now, right? Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Hi, Jay. I'm here now.
Cool. All right. So now we are in the primary hangout. Okay, so that took way too long. We should make that a responsibility to, we need to figure out why Hangouts don't work sometimes, right? I mean, what's up with that? Not good.
I'm not there in Hangouts, the main one. I tried those second and that's not working.
Have you shared your screen already, Jay?
Oh yeah, let me see if I can do it.
Not yet.
There we go. Okay, so let's do some payroll. We only have about 5 minutes now, which is really too bad since we need more like a half an hour, but we can at least get started. So FQN payroll doc. So you go to the FQN payroll doc, which is right here, right? So there's weekly payroll, twice a week payroll, and then we have the April-May payroll and the May-June payroll, right? So right now we've been dealing with the May-June payroll. We paid 200 to Nelly, 200 paid, done. We still owe $100 to Nelly. And then Anna Clara, we owe 135. So we're almost done with last month's payroll. But so now we're talking about weekly payroll, I believe. Maybe we're talking about twice week payroll. I don't know. Maybe we need to do both. So let's pull up the payroll doc. So this would be the spreadsheet for team hours and work pay. We would want to go and make sure we're talking about June. So June 11th through 17th is last week. June 18th through 24th is this week. So I think we're talking about last week's payroll. So this would be the first week. So we're definitely talking about weekly payroll. Okay, so this would be weekly payroll. As far as I know, let me know if I'm wrong on that. So this would be, we would set up a new sub responsibility here. And this would be the first week of June weekly payroll. So then we want to make a list of who needs to be paid and how much. Okay, so let's pull up the document. Oh, and then we also need to do another thing. We need to go to the payroll timeline. So obviously some things we need to do here is we need to add Andreen. We need to add Benji. Isaac. So the weekly is Ulysses, Abdul, Julie, and James.
Yes, Jay.
So then we come over here, back to our weekly payroll for the first week of June. We write that down. So you guys can be helping with this. Julie, Ulysses, Abdul, James.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're just figuring out how much every person needs to get paid. And then we'll have to figure out how to pay them and then get them paid. So Abdul usually gets $45 already on Upwork. So we usually subtract that. But everyone else is pretty much straightforward. So Ulysses, it says 15 hours. So I go to Ulysses' work report. This is this week. So I go to last week. It says 15 hours. So this would be 4 is 8, 15. It's odd. All right. So Friday, June 9th was from the previous week. Is that what's going on here? So he needs to better break up his hours. So 5.5 hours from the previous week. So we can double check looking at the last week of the previous month. And it says Ulysses was not paid for the previous week either. So if we go here, we need to show that main profile. No, Ulysses, so it was here, we just didn't do it. So let's just note here, Ulysses also needs $15 from previous week. And then also Ulysses has a advance of 10%. So anyways, you guys could be helping. Like someone needs to do Julie, someone needs to do Abdul, someone needs to do James. I can do Ulysses. You guys follow me here or not?
Yeah.
All right, which one are you working on, Julie?
I'm not understood well.
Yes, Jay.
So again, the way that what we have to do for payroll, so we found out who needs to get paid weekly, right? So what we need to figure out for payroll is list of who needs to be paid and how much money they should be paid. So you need to verify the person's hours, right? And then you need to calculate the total, right?
For this week or last week?
For last week.
Yeah, for last week, you did not. There is a problem a bit on Julie hours. You didn't agree, and it is not there. I think you can just clarify on that.
Well, for Julie, so Julie was the problem with the reporting. We all agreed that it could be somewhere between 15 and like 20 hours. So Julie just needs to like either document it or we just need to do like 15 hours or whatever, you know, or some sort of percentage or maybe like 17 hours. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just not documented. So there's no way to know how many hours that she did. But she needs to agree to it, you know. If she doesn't agree to 17 hours, then we need to figure something out. So right now it says under Julie, it says 25 hours.
That was for previous.
So maybe we could say like 17 or 18. I don't know, 17.5. Anyways, it's up to Julie. Julie, how many hours did you work last week? Is Julie still here? You're muted, Julie.
She's there.
Okay, so then Ulysses, you know, so I go into Ulysses, I add his hours up. So this is Friday the 16th, right? It says 4 hours, but then it says task and responsibilities documentation 1.5 hours, and updating buddy team doc Ulysses and Abdul 2.5 hours. So that's 2, 3, 4. So that works out, right? So 4 working on task responsibilities. updating session value tracking in spreadsheet. So that's 4. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15. Yeah. So that works. So then this is the most important part. When you verify it, you make it green. You don't make it green, then someone else is going to verify it again and again and again until somebody makes it green. You make that? Does that make sense?
Okay.
It needs to be green if it's verified. So then I would say, okay, it's 50% time. So he put 50% time, which is 100% of what he's supposed to do. He gets 64 for the month for the work, and he has 0 back pay. So I would make this all green. It looks right to me. So we would owe him $64. You take 10% out for advance, right? So if we do 10% times 64 is $6. So we would do 64 minus 6 is 58. So we would do 58, right? And then we did minus 6 for the advance. And then that would be, if we look at his current advance here from the previous month, his advance was $26 minus 6 is $20. So he still owes us $20. So advance is only $20 left. Okay?
Okay.
So then if we go over here,
You can send me the link so that I can also do some, help you with the sum.
you do have the link. The link is right here under Buddy Teams. I put the link to the payroll doc right here
Okay. Thank
on
you.
our notes. So then the most important thing is to do final total. So $15 for previous week plus $58 is equal to, oops, plus 15 is $73. So this is the total for Ulysses. Okay?
Mhm.
And then I would like highlight that so that we have it.
Great.
So this can all be
Yellow.
done without me. I don't need to be involved in any of that. And then I just come here and just pay people. Right? So there's a whole huge amount of work that needs to go to look at, verify every person that they did the work, that they have the hours, that we know how much we're paying them, and then we get them paid. You know?
Okay.
And so this should have an update every single week, who needs to get paid for that week. The next week will be twice per month payroll, right?
Okay.
Because, or it's at the end of this week, we need to do twice per month because that's what is the next payroll. So this will be twice per month. Okay?
Oh, this is now a priority. Is it a priority?
What?
Verification of payroll.
If people want to get paid, we have to verify their payroll.
Okay.
Of course it's a priority. I mean, unless they don't want to get paid. But it's just like you just need to make sure that it's the correct number, right? So for Ulysses, all I have to do with Ulysses is click on his report, make sure 15 hours is the correct number of hours. It's just like Julie, right? So Julie, we click on her report, right? And it's like, this week looks great, right? But then maybe she fixed last week, Saturday, June 17th, 16th. So yeah, this looks better. I think maybe she fixed it. Well, it definitely looks better to me. So maybe she fixed it. So yeah, so we need to verify Julie's work. Maybe she fixed it to make it all correct so that it looks, so that it's correct now. So that would be excellent if she did that. And Julie gone. All right, so let's go back to the other one and get the session started because, oh wait, we're in the main hangout. let's see here. Okay, so let's get the seasonal session started, Lucy.
Okay.
So because instead of getting everything finalized for the seasonal session, we did the payroll instead. Obviously, we're not starting on time, which is too bad. But the first thing I'm going to do is get the recording back going. So for the YouTube.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Abdul.
Hi. Abdul.
Yes.
Okay, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. I think we are now going to begin another session.
Yes.
Yeah, and if we were like organized and had all our things together, then we wouldn't have to worry about the payroll, you know? So it's sort of frustrating that we get all bogged down with the payroll because it would have been nice to have a quick break and be all prepared for the seasonal session, which only happens once every 4 times a year, right? But instead we were like bogged down with all this payroll stuff. So now we're just totally flustered and all over the place and not ready and prepared. It's just kind of frustrating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not my fault that all the payroll didn't happen. It's like no one cares. Like it's like let's prioritize it and just do it, but no one does it. And it's not just payroll. It's like task after task and responsibility after responsibility. Just everything falls through the cracks, and we just don't do it when we're perfectly capable of doing all of these things. We just need to focus on them and do them, you know, and be organized.
Okay. Okay, I'll do verification for the payroll later for James and Abdul. Those are weekly. It's paying weekly. I will do it later.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna start our seasonal session here, and then we're gonna end our other sessions. So stop the broadcast here.